What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're looking into the second round of our first round NFL mock draft that Charlie did about a couple days ago, I believe earlier this week. We're looking at the second round. Obviously, we have all of his first round picks here. If you guys did not check out that video, make sure to check it out now. But let's get into pick 33, the Jaguars. They've already had 2 first-round picks, and I think right here, they'll go Trayvon Mohrig out of TCU. I think safety's a massive need. Trayvon Mohrig, someone who shot up boards, especially after safeties were really looking like late second rounds. Now he's looking like a possible first-round talent, so I think they'll go with him here. The Jets here, I think what makes the most sense if he falls, Kwity Paye out of Michigan, really, really good talent. I doubt he falls out of the first round, but I mean, arguably the best pass rusher in this class right now. I definitely does think it depends on kind of what you think, but great, powerful edge rusher, big size, frame, fits kind of that. I believe the Jets the Jets will run a 4-3. We'll have to see. I'm not sure what front they'll run, but I'm pretty sure Kwity Paye can play as an outside linebacker as well. So he's really adjustable throughout that. Looking now at the Falcons pick, and this one is actually very interesting because I feel like why not go Najee Harris, Javonte Williams? There's a lot of good players here. They need edge as well. Um, Tight ends in need. They need linebacker. Jamin Davis is here. Nick Bolton is here. And this is actually a tough one, but I think I'll give them Najee Harris just because again, this might kind of blow up in my face because Todd Gurley has moved on, or is a free agent, so we don't know where he'll sign. But Najee Harris, I think, is such a all down back, incredible size. Massive fan of kind of what he can bring to the table for them, and if they can build him an offensive line, give Matt Ryan weapons, I think this team can actually be a dangerous team. You have Julio Jones, you have Hayden Hurst. And I think it could be a very good team. I mean, who knows? Maybe they go Penei Sewell with that 4th overall pick. They don't go quarterback, but great weapon for Matt Ryan. Or as we have it here, I think Charlie had Trey Lance. I just mix up the picks, but Trey Lance or Justin Fields, whoever they take. Looking at the Dolphins now, I believe Charlie didn't have them address running back, and Javonte Williams is sitting here, but I feel like they might shy away from that, but I do like it a lot. So I actually think I will mock that. I think I'll give them Javonte Williams if he's here. Another player shot up draft boards. As you see here, he's ranked as a 26th player. Really good. Gives me kind of not as much. Chuba Hubbard gives me kind of Alvin Kamara vibes. Javonte Williams gives me that kind of, we look at his player profile. I believe he's not even 6 feet. Yeah, he's 5'10". So he's a small guy. He kind of gives me just adjustable kind of athletic back, which I really do like. So I like Javonte Williams here too. The Dolphins, looking at the Eagles now, and this is someone who my favorite linebacker. Actually, before I even say it, it's tough. I mean, we see they need corner. Newsome is here, who I do. I think I will go because I think corner is probably a bigger need for them. Greg Newsome, someone out of Northwestern. We actually did our top 5 corners video. That will be coming out the day after this, I believe. So make sure you guys are checking that out. We are doing the top 5 positional series for each position, or trying to. So make sure you guys are checking that out. Newsome's really big frame, kind of someone who doesn't give much penalties because he kind of recovers with his feet, not as much with his hands. And I think he's great. Again, they could address corner, but I doubt they will if they stick with Hurts, their new number 1. But Newsome, again, a steal in the second round, another first-round talent. All these guys are all first-round talents. Looking at the Bengals pick, they didn't address receiver. They need tight end. They need edge. Jason Oez here. Christian Barmore's here. And I think if I were the Bengals, I would go Barmore. I think that makes the most sense. I mean, again, someone who's the best defensive tackle in the class, and he's not only fallen past the first round, he's fallen, several picks past the second to 38. Big fan of Barmore, just that classic Alabama kind of, Allen and all Tomlinson, all the players that come out of Alabama and defensive tackles, they're all very good. Someone who really has a very high floor, I think is a big, part of why he's so good. And Geno Atkins most likely will leave a lot older, so you kind of fill in for him there. Now on to the Panthers pick. Tackle is a need. And I don't know, tackles a need, cornerbacks a need, tight end is a need. This one I would like to see, and this one's a tougher one, but I feel like, where is he? I feel like Kelvin Joseph would actually make sense here. Cornerback is a need, and Kelvin Joseph, someone who's arguably a top 5 corner, 6'1". So again, I mean, we've seen all these corners just have so much size, which is really, really impressive. Kelvin Joseph, good corner. We'll have him go here. Broncos, they need quarterback, offensive tackle. They need a corner, offensive lineman. As far, there's not much, but inside offensive line is a need. Corner is a need as well. I believe, yeah, Charlie had them go Parsons. So I'll actually have them go Landon Dickerson out of Alabama, someone who I think is adjustable as a guard and a center, but really, really, really good. Best center in the class, I can say that, but I'm not sure if he's adjustable. I believe he is as a guard. Really, really good. Just that Alabama offensive line has so many first round talents. So I'll have him go here. Looking at the lines now, corners in need, offensive lines in need, and they need quarterback. I believe Charlie had them go Devontae Smith. Give me Jamin Davis here if I'm you'll have two or Kentucky players go pretty close to each other. They need linebacker, and Jamin Davis just is all of that. Such an athletic, really knows how to play the linebacker position the most. Look at his size. How big is he? 6'4". He's huge. I mean, this guy is a monster. Really, really good. I have him as my linebacker 3. I think he will be the best linebacker out of this class, or at least the one who surprised a lot of people. Big fan of Jamin Davis here. So we'll definitely love to see him go to the Lions, who are really just lacking on defense. Now the Giants, Jason Oweh here, and that's what I'll have them go with. Oweh, someone who I feel like kind of has risen due to, if we look at his size, I believe he's 6'5". I feel like it's kind of risen due to his size, but I do like him. I kind of like his finesse moves and kind of, I think he's more of a 4-3, but I think it might be 3-4. Obviously the Giants can kind of adjust him throughout whatever scheme they run. But in terms of fit, I think he does. And obviously we lost Dalvin Tomlinson. I know I messed up there. And Jason Oweh can fill in there. Now on to the Niners. I think they'll try and protect. So I think they'll go Creed Humphrey out of Oklahoma. Someone who, again, another first round talent. Really, really good offensive guard. One of the best, if not the best. Actually, not the best, depending on where you put Elijah Vera Tucker and Wyatt Davis. One of the best in the class out of Oklahoma. Someone who I actually really like last year and now is going to the 49ers. Obviously, they have the 3rd overall pick. Charlie had them go Fields, protect him. You get Trent Williams on a huge deal. I think it makes the most sense. And now I think the Cowboys will go Levy Onwuzurike, someone who I think is really, really good at chasing down running backs, has really speed, kind of is fast for his size, which I was really surprised about. But I think great player. I would love to see him in a Cowboys uniform. Well, I actually wouldn't like see anyone in Cowboys uniform, considering I'm a Giants fan, but I think he's a good fit there. Obviously, with the defensive line, they don't have much there. Onto the Jaguars, we gave them obviously Trevor Lawrence, and I then believe Liam Eichenberg. They need receiver, tight end. The thing is, I mean, Elijah Moore is sitting here, and I really like that. Rondale Moore is here, and I like that. But I feel like they really need like a. I don't know if I don't think they would address receiver again. That's a tough one. Tight end as well as a need. So I think I'll have them go Pat Fairmouth out of Penn State, someone who arguably could go with this pick. But, if he falls here, I don't think they'll pass up. There's a big drop off between him and Kyle Pitts, but I still think he's a good tight end, someone who kind of picked up his yardage late in his Penn State career, or at least as late in his senior year games. So big fan of Pat Fairmouth. He'll go and be another weapon for Trevor Lawrence. Now you're looking at the Patriots, and this, I am so tempted to just give them Kellen Mond. Obviously if Davis Mills or like Trask. I won't. Why wouldn't I? I don't know. That it's a tough. I won't for the sake of it, because it's looking like Cam might be their guy. I'm not sure. That's definitely a tough one. But I'll have them go Nick Bolton out of Missouri. The only reason I shy away from Zaven Collins a lot is because of kind of how hard it is to Tulsa, their defense. It's really hard to translate that to the NFL, because their defense just really doesn't emulate anything another NFL defense does. So Nick Bolton, really aggressive, fast linebacker from Missouri. Really, really like him. I believe he's a bit undersized. He's 6 feet, so he's a bit undersized, but kind of that very, very fast sideline to sideline linebacker. Looking now at the Chargers, edge and safeties in need. And what I would actually really love to see them do, cornerback as well in need. So I actually think they'll go with Asante Samuel out of Florida State, someone who again was in, I'm not going to spoil, but we're looking at top 5 corners. Is he there? Is he not? Really, obviously 5'10", so he does get bodied by bigger receivers, but I mean fast, and in a league with Tyreek Hill, size won't matter as much if you can keep up with him, with not many people can. I think it'll be a great pickup for them. Now looking at the Raiders, tackle, linebacker, safety. I don't know why they don't have wide receiver as a need. I think it kind of is, but I think if Zaven Collins is here, they'll go with him. I feel like it's kind of more of an outside guy. just with, again, really, really fast linebacker. I still think Xavier Collins is good. Don't get me wrong. I just obviously have my concerns with just how hard it is to translate that Tulsa defense. Now looking at the Cardinals selection, running backs in need. Obviously, we had most of the running backs off the board. I think it would be really interesting. What if they went with like Rondale Moore? You could compliment. I don't think they will, but Osai is here. They need tight end, inside offensive line. Looking at the board, I think this could be a trade down spot. Brevin Jordan is here, which would actually be interesting. That's actually I'm going to have them go with Brevin Jordan, someone who I really actually like because he's just really fast and kind of not as much of a mismatch, but if he can get a catch and is in space, he's really fast. He's only 6'3", so he's undersized, at least for tight ends. But I do like him out of Miami, someone who has rise up the draft boards. Now the Dolphins, I believe this is their 4th pick in the draft. Yeah, another one of their second-round picks. I mean, they really have stocked up. And they went with Jamar Chase. I think, again, Elijah Moore, just seeing him fall is sad. They need linebacker as well. I think Joseph Osai would be a steal here, but I think they will go with Baron Browning out of Ohio State. Big fan of him, kind of that really good tackler, hard-hitting guy. If we look at his player profile, 6'3", so he's a big guy, and I think he'll fit there for Miami. Looking at now Washington's next pick, linebacker, and they didn't address receiver. So I think if I'm Washington, I'm immediately, oh no, I'm imagining with Elijah Moore, but I feel like, Elijah Moore, or where is he, Rondale Moore? I feel like that makes a ton of sense, but unfortunately, they don't have a big, receiver target guy. So they need safety as well. And where is he? I think adding Javon Holland to this defense would be really scary. That secondary, I have him as my safety 1. I think he's so good. Someone who's kind of fallen because I believe he did opt out this season, but was easily the safety number 1 before the season started. Obviously, Trayvon Moehrig has kind of taken that spot out of TCU. Then we'll have Javon Holland as a second safety going off the board. Looking now at the Bears, again, they have not. I think here I would 150% go Rondale Moore, someone who I think is a first-round talent and I think is going to surprise a lot of people. Everyone has said it. You look at fast receiver, it's like, oh, Tyreek Hill. This guy actually looks like Tyreek Hill. He's built and he's really strong and fast, and he's really good after the catch, like absurdly good after the catch, where Tyreek Hill is good after the catch, but I guess is more of a burner downfield and kind of catches it and is immediately in the end zone. But Rondale Moore is still that really, really good out of Purdue, really high on him. I think he's a top 5 receiver. And I think he'll be very good for the Bears, obviously, now as they keep Aaron Robinson. Why did I say Aaron? Allen Robinson. I don't know. I said Aaron. But Aaron Robinson, because he's the cornerback. Where is he? Aaron Robinson. That's the only reason why. But looking now at the Titans pick, wide receiver as well as I think Elijah Moore sitting here, and I think you go with it. Again, just like Rondale Moore, really, really good after the catch. Undersized, but really good at Ole Miss. I like him a lot, and I think it'll complement A.J. Brown very well. Now on to the Colts pick, offensive tackles in need, and I think they'll go with Jalen Mayfield out of Michigan. Someone who I do like has kind of fallen, I feel like, because of handwork a bit, but I still think he's a good, powerful guy, and again, arguably a first-round talent. Looking now at the Steelers, corners in need, and I think that they will address that with Aaron Robinson out of UCF. I'm not very familiar with Aaron Robinson. I do know, I believe he's a bigger guy. Oh, he's not. Sorry, I might have been thinking of the wrong person, but basically 6 feet. But I do like Aaron Robinson. I believe he's good ball skills, good not lateral quickness, good backpedaling out of UCF. All right, looking at the Seahawks' first pick in the draft, Joe Tryon is here, Ronnie Perkins is here, and they need edge. And I think that they will go with Ronnie Perkins out of Oklahoma. I think he kind of fits more what they are doing over there. They obviously brought back Dunlap, and I think they need edge help, and I think Perkins fits that well. Now the Rams only pick in the NFL draft ever, and they need tackle and offensive line, mainly Brady Christensen out of BYU. Oh, I'm not too familiar on him. There's not much in terms of offensive line. This is a tough one, to be honest. I feel like edge, I don't think they would go edge. This, I think, is a trade down spot, but I'll just have them go Brady Christensen out of BYU, someone who I don't know much about, but I think they need offensive linemen. Obviously, Whitworth is getting, I think he's like 35. He's really old. No offense to him, so good offensive lineman, but they need a build for the future. Kind of a boring pick for their only pick. Again, maybe they trade up or trade down, but I I think it was a decent pick for them here. Now looking at the Ravens edges here, and I would go Osai out of Texas. I personally think he's arguably a top 5. I believe, he's not he's pretty big, 6'3". Kind of a solid edge rusher for Texas. Very good on the outside. I believe he's more of an outside linebacker, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that can fit well, obviously, with them losing Judon. I think he fits in there very well. And I think that's a steal at 58. Now they may have stolen the Browns guy, but I think the Browns will just go and get Joe Tryon out of Washington. Again, if you can compliment Garrett on the other side, try on someone who can learn off him and be a very good edge rusher. Again, in a division with very good defenses, you need to up your game. And I think that's where Tryon would improve the Browns. Now with the Saints, I would love to see them go get Amari Rodgers out of Clemson, someone who's really, really fast, kind of like a game breaker type guy, small guy. I believe he's five. Yeah, he's like 5'9", so he's really small. Kind of more of a slot guy, which I think the Saints could definitely use as a compliment to Michael Thomas. They obviously lost Emmanuel Sanders, so I'm a big fan of the pick here. Now looking at the Bills, cornerback edge, they do need a couple things, but I think they'll go with Carlos Basham out of Wake Forest, someone who is actually very good. I don't know why he's fallen that much. They need edge help. He fits. Now Packers, offensive tackle, cornerback, inside defensive line. I think they'll go Davion Nixon out of Iowa, someone to complement Kenny Clark. I do like him out of Iowa. I kind of I've had him fall due to he had decent performance this year, but I do have him fall a bit. Looking at the Chiefs now with the 63rd pick, wide receivers in need. Dynami Brown is here, 6'1" guy out of North Carolina. Richie Grant, linebackers in need. I think they'll go Jabril Cox out of LSU, a bigger guy at 6'3", kind of that all do it middle linebacker. I actually have liked him a lot. Saw him last year. Obviously, you didn't really look at him much due to obviously how good all of the other LSU team play. I don't even know how many first round guys they had go, but so many. Now I believe this is the last pick it is the last pick of the second round. We have the Buccaneers, and they need wide receiver as well. Well, they don't need wide receiver, let's be honest, but they do need a couple things. Milton Williams is here, but I'm gonna have them. Oh wow, there's a lot of positions here. I will probably have them go with Tommy Togiai out of Ohio State. I do like him a lot. I think his size is very good. He's kind of a run stuffer, which I think they can use. Again, will probably be more of a backup-ish type guy. But that was our second round mock draft. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy podcasts every Wednesday. So if you are here at the end, make sure you can comment any questions down below, and we will answer them in our mailbag on our podcast as well. Do make sure that you check out our socials, all linked in the description down below. Top 5 corners coming out tomorrow, hopefully. So make sure you subscribe to our notifications so you don't miss that video. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.